Hi, I'm Karlene and I'm a graduate student from the University of Alabama.
Today's recipe is a tabouleh quinoa tofu salad. Cooking quinoa is simple. Place 1 cup of quinoa and 2 cups of water in a saucepan and bring it to a boil. Once it's boiling, reduce it to a simmer and cover it, and then cook until all the water is absorbed. This usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes, and you'll know when it's done because the grains will look soft and a little bit translucent, and the ring around it will be visible. When you first cook quinoa, you don't see a ring around it, but after it's done cooking, you see the ring. Quinoa is considered a superfood because it's similar to grains, but compared to grains, the protein content is very high. It's also a good source of dietary fiber and phosphorus, and is really high in magnesium and iron. It also has a lot of calcium, so this is a useful food, especially for vegans or those who are lactose intolerant. If you're trying to avoid eating animal products, you can still get your iron and your calcium from a plant-based source. While your quinoa is cooking, we're going to prepare the tofu and the dressing. So with tofu, I chose to buy the cubes because it would cut down on the prep time. When you're buying tofu for like a salad or something where you wanted to keep its shape, make sure that you purchase the firm or extra firm variety. Tofu is a vegetarian or vegan favorite because it's low in calories, but it also has a lot of protein and very little fat. It's high in iron, which is often hard for vegetarians to get, and it can also be high in calcium or magnesium, depending on the variety that you get. A lot of people think they don't like tofu just because it doesn't really offer much taste, but the cool thing about tofu is that it really absorbs whatever you season it with. So you just have to give it a little bit of time and season it with things that are high in flavor. So for our dressing, we're going to use 2 tablespoons of hummus, 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, and 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. If you don't have all those ingredients, you can try mixing the hummus with an Italian dressing or a balsamic vinaigrette. Once you've mixed these ingredients together, put it in a container with a lid and shake it up. If there are still lumps when you're done, you may need to use a fork just to distribute everything evenly. Using that same container, take your tofu cubes and place it inside, mix it up and cover it, and store this in the fridge for as long as you can bear. The longer you leave it, the better the tofu will taste. The real star of this salad is the tabouleh. So far our ingredients are alright put together, but tabouleh is really what packs the flavor punch. You may be wondering what tabouleh is if you've never had it. It's traditionally made with bulgur wheat, tomatoes, cucumbers, and finely chopped parsley, mint, onion, and garlic, and it's seasoned with olive oil, lemon juice, and salt. So you could make it yourself, but there's a lot of ingredients and a lot of prep involved. So for our packaged ingredients, this is the one I chose to highlight. Tabouleh is great, it's underappreciated, and you can usually find it in the deli section of your supermarket. Okay, we're making a salad, right? And this one is based on greens. So we have to decide what our salad greens are going to be. To be honest, you can use any type of greens you like. I say get creative with greens just because different ones come with a slightly different flavor. But today I'm using lettuce because that's what I had on hand. Try using spinach or arugula, or get fancy and even try some raw Swiss chards, and you'll be surprised. It gives a great flavor. Whatever greens you choose, wash them, make sure they're dried, and then chop them up. Okay, your quinoa should be done cooking by now, and your tofu should have had a little bit of time to marinate. So now we're just going to put the salad together. Start with the base of your greens. Add some quinoa. Include some tabouleh. And top it all off with your marinated tofu. Include some extra marinade and you won't even need to add dressing to your salad. I love Mediterranean food, so this combination is perfect for me. I really hope you enjoyed as much as I have. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.